Hello, you are welcome to today's lesson. We are going to be dealing with ratio extensively in this class. If you don't know ratio before, I guarantee you, after this lesson, you are going to be a pro on ratio. Let's move forward. I wrote some items about ratio on the board. Those facts are very important if you want to know ratio. Number one fact is anytime you see A column B, it simply means A ratio B. And A ratio B can also be written in terms of fraction, in the form of fraction. That is, it can be written as A over B. So A ratio B is the same as A over B. Is also the same as A divided by B. So these are things we should bear at the back of our mind when we are dealing with ratio. A ratio B is the same as A over B, is the same as A divided by B. And when you see ratio ABC, we are, instead of us comparing two things, we are comparing three things. A ratio B ratio C can be written in this form. A ratio B ratio C can be written in this form as A over what? Over B, right? We have A over C, then we have B over C. So when we have A ratio B, A ratio C, we can say A and B together, A ratio B, and we can also say A ratio C, then this B, you can say B ratio C. That's another way to express it. Apart from this way, we can express it this way. Is that right? So let's move forward. If any ratio is not in the lowest term, we reduce the ratio to the lowest term. That is what I mean by lowest term. Any ratio that is not in lowest term, like now, let me say 15 ratio 20. This is not in the lowest term because 5 can go in 15, 5 can go in 20. So 5 goes in 15, that will be 3. 5 goes in 20, that will be 4. So 15 ratio 20 is 3 ratio 4. Then we have total ratio. Before you can solve any problem, you must find your total ratio. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you need to find your total ratio. And total ratio of 3 ratio 4 will be 3 plus 4, which is 7. Sometimes you see the word respectively. 3 people might be mentioned. 3 people stand for A, B, C. No. Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C may share a particular sum of money in the ratio of 2, 3, and 5. If I mention 3 people, A, B, C, and they have this ratio, using this ratio to share a particular sum of money, and I say A, B, C have this ratio respectively. A, B, C, Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C have this ratio respectively. That means that the word respectively means the first person goes for the first ratio, second person goes for the second ratio, third person goes for the third ratio. That is what respectively means. Then we move to number 7. To find the share of any person, share of B, for example, we must know the ratio of B over total ratio multiplied by the amount of what we want to share. Let's say A has ratio 2, B has ratio 3, and C has ratio 5. We find our total ratio, which is going to give us 10. Now, if these 3 people are to share like 500 naira, the formula to find the share of these people. Let's say we want to find the share of Mr. E. We want to find the share of Mr. E. We will say the ratio of Mr. E over total ratio multiplied by the amount of whatever we want to share. And that will give us the share of Mr. A. The ratio of Mr. E over total ratio multiplied by the total amount of what to be shared. Now let's move to the next. Let's move to our question. The first question we are dealing with is 2026 WAEC. They just did about some days ago. And we are considering number 4, which is ratio question. We are told to find x. This x ratio 3/4 equals 1/2 ratio 9/8. How do we solve it? Can you give us a guide? So x ratio 3/4 equals 1/2 ratio 9/8, right? Now what do? We agree that a ratio is the same as fraction, right? So we can just simply write x over 1 divided by, right, 3/4 equals to 1/2 divided by 9/8. It's simply as that. So we can say a ratio is this one over this one over this, and which is the same as this divided by this over this is the same as this divided by this, right? 1/2 ratio 9/8 is the same as 1/2 divided by 9/8, or 1/2 over 9/8. So with this, we can solve the problem. We can say x over 1, there is nothing under this s, so we put 1, times 4/3 equals 1/2 times 8/9. Fraction, in solving fraction, division of fraction, we must change division to times. And when we do that, 8 goes up, 9 comes down. So we do the needful now. X times 4, that will be 4x. 1 times 3, that will give us 3. 2 here 1, 2 here 4. So we have 4/9. We have 4/9. So at this point, we cross multiply. 4 times 9, that will give us 36x equals to 12, right? When we divide both sides by what? By coefficient of x by 36, we are going to have 1/3. So our x that we are looking for is 1/3. We are correct, right? Good. Let's move to the next question. Now we want to solve this question 207 number 37 WAEC question. 2007 number 37 WAEC question. Now let's move forward. We have this question on the board. X ratio y equals 3/5. Y ratio z equals 4/7. And we have to find the ratio x, y, and z. So we have this figure on the board. What do we do to solve this problem? To find ratio x, y, and z, what do we do? Any idea from you? What we do is we deal with them one after the other, like equation 1, equation 2. The first information given to us is x ratio y equals to 3/5. And I said ratio is the same as fraction, right? So we say x over y equals to 3/5. If you look at these two, you can see y here, you can see y here, right? Let's make y subject in both equations. Okay? So let's make y what? Subject. When we cross multiply, we are going to have 3y equals what? 5x, right? So y will give y will give us 5x over 3. This is our equation 1. Is that okay? Let's go to the second one. Y ratio z equals 4/7. Then y over z equals to 4/7. When we cross multiply, we have 7y equals 4z. When we make y subject, 4z over 7. That is our equation what? Equation 2. You will discover that equation 1 and 2 has y equals. So since y equals to the same thing, right, we can equate the two values of y. So we write, you equate what? The two values of y. Equate the two values of y. So in the first place, 5x over 3 is equal to 4z over 7, right? So what we do here is to cross multiply again. This time, this will give us 35x. If you multiply this, we have what? 20z. What is not so? Oh, thank you. Give us 12z. Thank you for that. 12z. So what this implies is that x is equal to 12. So let's write it. X is equal to 12 and z equals to what? 35, and z equals to 35. That is the short way to do it. That's the fastest way. Any other way is longer than this. So let's keep to this one. Now we have known our x and our z. We can go to any of the equations to find our y. Which one? Okay, you can see y here, you can see y here. Use any one of the two to get your y. So which one do you want to use? You want to use equation 1, right? So in 1, you have y equals 5x over 3. Okay? So we want to use x. Why? This one has x, right? We replace the x by what? By what? So y equals 5 times 12. X is 12, right? Over what? Over 3. So y equals to 3a1, 3a4. 4 times 5, 20. Y is 20. So we write, therefore, x ratio y ratio z is equal to ratio 12, 20, and what? 35. That is the answer for that. Right? Can we move forward? Let's move forward to the next one. 2023 number 11. 2023 wire question number 11. If m ratio n equals 2 whole number 1 over 3, ratio 1 whole number 1 over 5, and n ratio q equals to 1 whole number 1 over 2, ratio 1 whole number 1 over 3, find q ratio m. So with this question, what do? We do the same thing. We take this one as equation 1 and this one as equation 2. Okay? Do we? So we say m ratio n is equal to, this one in fraction will give us what? In a improper number, 7 over 3, right? So we write 7 over 3 over, this one will give us 6 over 5, right? 6 over 5. That will be this one. Now we can see n here, right? Let's make n the subject. Can you see? N is here. Let's make n the subject. Do we? So we write 7 over 3n equals 6 over 5m. When you make n subject, you're going to have n equals 6 over 5m all over what? 7 over 3. Here we have made n subject. We make this one equation 1. Is that okay? So we go to the second one. N ratio q is equal to 1 over 1 over 2 ratio 1 over 1 over 3. Right? So we write n over q equals, this will give us 3 over 2, right? 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3 over 2. This one will give us 4 over 3. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 4 over 3. When we cross multiply, we have 4 over 3n. Then we have 3 over 2q, right? When we make n subject again, we have n equals 3 over 2q over 4 over 3, right? So n equals this, n equals this. Can we equate the, thank you, second equation? Can we equate the two values of n as we did the first time? N equals this, n equals this. Let's equate the two values of n. So we have 6 over 5m, then 7 over 3 equals 3 over 2q over 4 over 3. Is that correct? So at this point, we can cross multiply. At this point, we can cross multiply. Do we? Do we cross multiply? Yes, let's cross multiply. So we have, let's write like this: 6 over 5 times 4 over 3m, right? Then we have 7 over 3 times 3 over 2, and we write q. What can go? 3 here 1, 3 here 2, right? So we have 8m over what? 5. Then we have 3 cancel 3, right? 7 over 2q, right? So what is the value of, can we clear this fraction? 5 is here, 2 is here, right? The SM is what? SM of 5 and 2 is what? 10. Let's multiply both the 2 by 10 to clear the fraction, right? This one multiplied by 10, 10 multiplied by this, then 10 multiplied by this. That is how to clear fraction, right? So 5 here is 1, 5 here is 2. So here we have 16, right? 16m. Then here we have 2 here 1, 2 here 5, right? 5 times 7 is what? So we have 35 q. And that is our answer. So m equals 35 and q equals what? 16. So q ratio m, they ask us q ratio m is 16 ratio 35. Do you see how beautiful it is? Yeah. Very, very beautiful, right? Let's move to the next stage. So we can see that y is common, right? Y is here, y is here. Let's make y subject in both equation. So we say x over y equals to a over 2. When we make y subject, we have ay equals to 2x. Then we have y equals to 2x over a, equation 1. Then our equation 2 says y over z, that is y ratio z, equals to 3 ratio b, that is 3 over b. When we make y subject, we have yb or by, let's write b first, by equals to 3z. So we have y equals to 3z over y. No, over b. We are making y subject over b. So this is our second equation. So y equals this, y equals this. Can we equate the two values of y? So in that case, we say 2x over a equals 3z over b. When we cross multiply, we have 2xb, we have 3za. So we have to find X ratio Z in terms of what? A and B, right? So we say X ratio Z. You can see that, yes, S will be 3A. S will be 3A because I'm looking for X ratio Z, right? So X ratio Z. So S will be 3A. I'm leaving Z alone. Okay. Z will be 2B. I'm leaving X alone. So Z will be 2B, right? 2 times B, that will be 2B. These are my subjects. So I'm not going to write this. So we say X is 3A, we say Z is 2B. So X ratio Z equals 3A ratio 2B. That is the answer for this one. So these 4 questions I just did, if you notice, they are very similar, right? I'm taking you to the word problem of this kind of question. We are told that Salem, Sunday, and Shaka shared 1,100. For every 2 naira that Salem gets, Sunday gets 50 kobo. And for every 4 naira Sunday gets, Shaka gets 2 naira. Find Shaka's share. If you notice these values, some are in naira, some are in kobo. They are not in the same unit. So we change them to the same unit. So let's represent each of the names in letters. Let Salem, Sunday, and Shaka be what? A, U, and K, respectively. So in Salem, you can see A, right? In Sunday, you can see U. In Shaka, you can see K. So let these people be represented by these letters. So we now say for every 2 naira Salem gets. So we write Salem equals to 2, right? What will Sunday get? What will Sunday get? Sunday will get what? 50 kobo, right? 50 kobo, is not so? How many 50 kobo will you see inside 1 naira? 2, right? That means this is half in naira, right? This will be what? Half in naira. So we now, what we do is to convert them to kobo. If we convert 2 naira to kobo, we are going to be having 200 kobo. True of us? Then this one is already 50 kobo. So we have 50 kobo. Then if we carry them to lowest term, 50 goes there, that will give us 4. 50 goes there, that will give us 1. So this is their ratio. So we say Saka and the second person is you, right? Okay. Saka and Sunday. Salem ratio Sunday will be 4:1. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that okay? Then the next person, for every 4 naira Sunday gets, Sunday now, Sunday is going to have 4 naira. Is not so? Yes, you. For every you now, Sunday is you. For every 4 naira Sunday gets, Sunday we have 4. Then this other person will get what? Shaka, right? Shaka will get what? 2, right? So we write Sunday ratio what? Shaka will be 4:2, right? This is not the last final term, right? Because 2 can go in both, right? And that will give us 2:1. So in summary, In summary, we have Salem ratio Sunday to be 4:1, and we have Sunday ratio Shaka to be 2:1. So now they say we should find total share by these people. Total share by these people is 1,100 naira. So as usual, let us make you our subject, right? Let's make you our subject. Yes, let's make you our subject. So we write from the first equation, we write A over U equals to 4/1. And U times 4 will give us 4U equals to A. So U equals to A over 4, right? Second one, U over K equals to 2/1, right? And again, we have 2K equals to U, right? Then K equals to U over 2, right? Where is the first equation that we did? Okay, we made U subject, right? Why? Because U is common. Is U common? U is common, right? Okay, we made U subject. So let's clean this one up. U times 1 will give us U. Then we have 2K. So we have U equals 2K. And we have U equal to what? A4. So this is our equation 1. This is our equation 2. Let's equate the two values of U. A over 4 equals to 2K. So Shaka is our K, right? So let's try to find the value of Shaka now. Let's cross multiply A1, right? A equals to 8K. Yes, let's go to equation 1 and replace K there. Is that okay? I can see A in equation 1. Let's replace the K in equation 1. And we can as well do something about here, right? But let's replace the K in equation 1. So equation 1 is U equals to A, right? I'm going to write, I'm writing A now. I'll write, let me write A over 4, right? Then that means I will write U equals to 8K over 4, right? Isn't that so? And if I cross multiply, or 4 can go in 8, right? How many times? So 2 equals to 2K, right? Meaning K meaning U equals to 2, right? And K equals to what? 1U, right? A equals to 1. So we have found the ratio of U and K. Remaining one person. Who is that person? This guy, A, right? So we use this equation that has A. Okay, this one has A, right? So we can use this one. We can use this equation, right? So A equals 8K, right? That means A and K is what? 1. It's not so. So A equals to 1. A equals to 8, right? A equals to 8. So we move, let's just clean this place. Total amount they share is what? 1,100. So we have known the ratio of the first person, Shaka. Who is Shaka that time? Who is A? Salem, right? Salem is Salem ratio what? Ratio Sunday, ratio Shaka, right? Equals to 8 ratio U. U is the 2, right? Then the last person is K, and K is 1. So we have, for every 8 naira that Salem gets, this guy will get 2 naira. For every 2 naira this one gets, this one will get what? 1 naira. So total ratio now will be what? Total ratio will be 8 plus 2 plus 1, which is equal to 11. So 11 is our total ratio. And we want to find whose share, Chaka's share, total amount of things shared, total money shared. We are told they shared 1,100 naira. Is it not so? Now, what is the formula for finding somebody's share? The ratio of that person over total money, over total ratio, multiplied by the amount of whatever they share. The ratio of Saka is what? 1. Is not so? The ratio of Saka is what? 1, right? So we say 1 over total ratio, 11, times the amount of things they share. 1,100. 11 here 1, 11 here 1, right? 1 times 100, 100, right? So we write, therefore, Shaka's share is equal to 100 naira out of the 1,100 naira amount that they shared. Is that okay? Can I move forward? Good. So this is the word problem of the 1 to 4 that we have done so far. And you can see how any question, how any topic can be framed in a word problem. So this is the simplest question. Very simple. Gifty, Justina, and Frank share city oranges in the ratio 5, 7, and 5, 3, and 7, respectively. How many oranges did Justina receive? First of all, total of what is being shared, total oranges, equals to 60, right? Gift has ratio 5 because they say respectively, right? First person goes for first ratio, second for second ratio, third person goes for last ratio, right? So gift ratio 5, Justina ratio 3, Frank ratio 7. Total ratio. Total will give us what? 15, right? 15. Total ratio is 15. So what is the formula for finding somebody's share? The ratio of that person over total ratio multiplied by the amount of whatever it is being shared. We are finding whose share? Justina. So Justina's share would be Justina ratio over total ratio 15 multiplied by the amount of what is shared, 60, will give us Justina's share. 15 here 1, 15 here 4. 4 times 3 is 12, right? So Justina's share is 12. Let's move to the next one, right? Kwaye, Sabina, and Wusu shared $12,000. Kwakye had 20% of the amount, and the remaining amount was shared between Sabina and Owusu in the ratio 5 to 3, respectively. How much did Sabina receive? Total amount shared. Amount shared was $12,000, right? Kwakye, right? Kwakye got 20%, right? So 20% is the same as 20 over 100 times 12,000. So this 2 0 will cancel this 2 0. 2 times 12, that will be 24, right? How many 0 remain? 1, 2. So this guy got $2,400. Kwaye got $2,400. 2 0 count 2 0. 2 times 12 for 24, 20 here, yes. Now, we are told that the remaining was shared. The remaining, what is the balance? What is the remainder? Remainder is going to be, if you remove this one from this one, what do you have? If you remove 2,000, remain 10,000, right? Remove 400, it will remain 9,600. Is it not so? Dollars. The remainder is going to be 9,600. Is it not so? Right? If you remove 2,000 from 12,000, remain 10, right? You remove 400 from 10,000, remain 9,600. So the balance will be 9,600. So they share the remaining amount in the ratio 5 and 3, right? So Sabina also in the ratio. Sabina's ratio is 5 because respectively, right? Owusu's ratio is 3. Total is equal to 8, right? Total is equal to what? 8. Then we want to find Owusu's share, right? Or Sabina's share. Is not so? So Sabina's share will be 5 Sabina's ratio over total ratio multiplied by amount they shared. The remaining 9,600. So can 8 go in this number? Yes. 8 here is 1. 8 in 9. 1 remainder 1. 8 in 16. 2. Become 12 now. 12 times 5. 60, right? So we have 12 times 5 is 60, Abi. 60. Then we have 0, 0 here, right? It's not so? 0, 0. So what are we seeing there? Let's write our statement down. Therefore, Sabina got $6,000. Right? $6,000. This is 2025 number 25 question. 2025 number 27, right? 27 question. Is the answer correct? Check for me. Okay. In a man's will, he gave 2/5 of the total acres of his cocoa farm to the wife. 1/3 of what is left of the cocoa farm to the family. The rest of the cocoa farm was shared among the 3 children in the ratio 3, 5, and 2. Given that the child who had the least received 8 acres, calculate total acres, number of acres the wife received. That's number 2, right? Now, what do we do? Do we know the total acres of the farm? We don't know. Let the total acres equals A. Let the total acres equals what? A. Then, wife got what? Wife got 2/5. 2/5 of A, which is the same as 2A/5. Out of the cocoa farm, the acres, the wife got 2/5. What is going to be the remainder? When 2/5 is taken, it will remain 3A/5. It's not so? It will remain 3/5. If 2/5 is taken, it will remain 3/5. Out of this 3/5, 1/3 was left for the family, right? So the family got 1/3 of 3A/5. And if we reduce that to lowest term, 3 will cancel 3, right? 1 times A/5. This is what the family got. Is that all right? Now, the children. Let's first find the fraction of the children. The 3 children got. Now, if it remained this, right? And the family got 1/3 of this. 1/3 is gone, right? Out of 1/3, how many fractions is going to remain? 2/3. 2/3 of this one is the one that will remain. Out of the remainder, after the wife has got 2 out of 5, it remains 3 out of 5. Out of this 3 out of 5, family got 1 out of 3, right? Then the children will get the remainder, 2 out of 3. Why? Because family has got 1/3 of this. Then it will remain 2/3 of this, right? Of 3a/5. Is it clear? This 3, we still cancel this 3. Then we're going to be left with 2 times a, 2a/5. This is the fraction that the 3 children will get at the end of the day. So what are they saying right now? Given that the children who are the least receive 8 acres, calculate total acres. Now, this will help us a lot. The children who are the least got 8 acres, right? Then total amount the children will get is this one. Total amount of what the children will get is what? Is this one. And the children who are the least will get this one, right? You remember that the children share in the ratio 3, 2, and 5. Isn't it so? Ratio 3, 2, and 5. So the least ratio now among this ratio is what? And the children that got the least got 8, right? How do we find the person that get the least that time? The ratio of the person we are finding, Abi, over total ratio, which is 10 here. Am I right? 10 times total amount of what we are sharing. What are we sharing? Acres of cocoa. It's not so. Okay, they are sharing the remaining part for them, Abi. See what they are sharing. This is what they are sharing because this is what is remaining for the children, right? They are sharing 2a/5. So they are sharing times 2a/5. So the ratio of that child that got the least over total ratio multiplied by the total amount of what the children got will give us the share of the child, which is 8. It's not so. We have 8 here. With this, we should be able to find the total acres because A is there, Abi. A represents total acres. It's not so. So 2 here is 1, 2 here is 5. 2 times A, we have 2a/25 equals to 8, right? When you cross multiply, we have 2a equals to 25 times 8. That will give us 200, right? Am I right? Am I right? 8 times 5, that's 40. 8 times 2, 16, 200. So divide both sides by 2. You have A equals to 100. Total acres of the farm. So we write our statement. Statement is very, very important. Therefore, total acres demand let was 100 acres. Right? Then what will be the share of the wife out of the 100 acres? The fraction of the wife is what? 2/5, right? So the wife fraction is 2a/5. This is question 1 has been done here. This is question 1, the end of question 1 here. So this is the beginning of question 2. So the wife fraction is 2a/5. And our A is already 100, right? You say 2 times 100/5. 5 here is 1. 5 in 100 is what? 5 in 10, 2. Then this 0. 2 times 20, that's 40. So therefore, the wife got how many? Wife got 40 acres. Please, your statement is very, very important. Therefore, the wife got 40 acres. So for short, I just wrote therefore y equals 40 acres. But write your statement in full. We move to number 9. We have 2 more questions to go for this class and we'll round it off. This is 2022 question number 1A. Number 1B or 1A? 1A or 1B, right? 2 positive numbers are in the ratio 3 to 4. The sum of thrice this first number, the sum of thrice the first number, and twice the second number is 68. So what do we do now? Let the 2 numbers be x and y. So x ratio y equals to 3:4, right? X ratio y equal to what? 3:4. This is an equation, right? Let us make one subject, any one that we like. Let's make it subject. Let's make x subject. So x over y equals to 3/4. True or false? When we cross multiply, we have 4x equals to 3y. So x equal to 3y/4. This is our equation 1, right? Now let's move to equation 2. They mention thrice the first number. Thrice the first number will be 3 times this number, right? Thrice the first number will be 3 times x, which will be 3x. Twice the second number will be 2 times y, which will be 2y, right? And we are told the sum of the thrice the first and twice the second is what? 68. Meaning thrice the first, 3x, plus twice the second, 2y, equals to 68. Equation 2, right? Then we move forward to substituting the value of x in equation 2. We substitute for the value of x using equation 1. Okay? We substitute for the value of x using equation 1. So anywhere we see x, we write 3y over what? Over 4. So let's write 3 times 3y/4, because our x is what? 3y/4, plus 2y equals 68, right? To remove this denominator, what do we do? Let's first say 3 times y, 9y abi, 9y over 4 plus 2y equals to 68. Right? When you multiply through by 4, you have 9y plus 8y equals what? 4 times this one will give us what? 272. We multiply through by 4, right? To remove the denominator, we use what we normally use to remove the denominator. Anytime we have equation and fraction, multiply everything by the LCM to clear the denominators. So we have this 9y plus 8y. That will give us 17y equals to 272. If we divide both sides by 17, what do we have? We have 16, right? So the second number is 16. And let us get the first number. We can see the equation for the first number here. The first number is x, right? We can see the equation here, right? The equation is s equals 3y over 4. So let's substitute for y in this equation. So we have x equals 3y over 4, right? So we write x equals 3, y is 16 now, 3 times 16 over 4. 4 here 1, 4 here 4. So the first number is 3 times 4, which is 12. So what is the answer? Find the smaller number, and the smaller number is 12. So we move to the next question. SP for short, selling price. CP for short, cost price. A trader made a loss of 15% when an article was sold. Find the ratio of the SP to the CP, right? CP, we have CP here, we have SP here. The amount you buy something is always 100%. The initial amount is always what? 100%. The amount you buy something is 100%. So we take this amount to be 100%. But when this guy is selling, he sold at a loss of how many percent? 15%. So when you sell at a loss, your selling price will not be up to your cost price because you sold at a loss of how many percent? And if you remove 15 out of 100, what do you have? You have 85%. So he sold it at 85% because he sold at a loss of 15%. So let's remove the percentage now. I can see that there's a common denominator between 100 and 85. What is the common denominator? 5 can go in both of them. 5 here will give us 20, right? And 5 in 8, 1. Remember there are 3. 5 in 35. 5 in 35. So this is the ratio of the CP to SP. But they are asking us for the ratio of SP to CP. They are not asking us for CP ratio, SP, they're asking for SP ratio, CP. So we write SP ratio CP equals to 17 for SP ratio 20 for CP. So SP ratio CP equal to 17 ratio 20. This is what is going to be the end of this class today. We are going to continue a few more questions in our next video. If this video has benefited you, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification button so that when next a new video is released, you'll be one of the first beneficiaries to benefit from it. See you. Have a nice time.